Hi, I'm Leila Sublet, and I'm part of the Cooking Dixie Chicks. And today I'm going to make a chocolate custard pie with meringues on top. I grew up with my mom making lots of different kinds of custard pie, and I was determined that my mom was going to help me. And sure enough, she did. So I am especially fond of making custard pies, and I do them quite often. So we are going to get started. I am going to do the quick version because it seems like when I do make custard pies, I'm having a dinner party here, or I am taking dessert to a friend's house at another dinner party. So I am going to use the Vitamix, and it makes it super easy and super quick, and you get exactly the same results. So we're going to put in 2 1/3 cups of whole milk, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 2 heaping tablespoons of cocoa powder. You can use whatever, Hershey, Verona, whatever is your favorite. And oftentimes I will do a tablespoon of 2 different kinds. And then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1/2 of a teaspoon of salt, and 3 egg yolks. And then it's as simple as this. I'm going to turn on my It's done. So now I'm just going to pour it in a pan, and I am going to bring it up to medium-high temperature. And the key is you need to stir this until it coats the back of a spoon, and then you know that it's ready. Please do not leave the custard, and it will take up to 8 minutes. And meanwhile, you can turn on music, Audible, listen to a book, whatever. But just be patient and just keep stirring. Okay, I think the custard should be ready. Let me test it. And yes, it is coated the back of a spoon. So now what I'm going to do is add take 1 tablespoon of butter and a couple of teaspoons of vanilla. So just give it a stir, and then I am going to add the custard to my pie shell. And it is perfectly okay to purchase your pie shell, but I have always made mine. And this is Jim's Aunt May's recipe that I always use, which is very similar to my mom's. So I always bake 2. I make 2 and bake them and put 1 in the freezer. So I am never without a pie crust. But again, it's perfectly fine to purchase them at the store. So we've got this in our pie shell. And now I am going to make the meringue. And again, I have made so many different kinds of meringue recipes. And this one is truly foolproof. So far, it has never seeped on me, and it will keep for 2 or 3 days. Usually we've eaten them by then, but every once in a while we have not. So it truly is a phenomenal recipe. So I have 3 egg whites.
Add 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
And then you are going to add 3 tablespoons of ice water. And it needs to be really cold. And then just start whipping your egg whites. And then when they start getting frosty, you are going and put it at high speed from start until finish. This is 6 tablespoons of granulated sugar, and you need to very slowly add the sugar. And you want to have nice, stiff peaks, and then you know you're ready to add them to your chocolate, on top of your chocolate custard. I love making meringues and adding, making little shells and adding lemon curd and then whipped cream on top. So I do that quite often also. But as you can see, okay. And I sort of like to spoon the meringue in the center and then work to the edges, just like this. There we go. And make sure you go all the way to your crust. And this is done fairly quickly. There we go. And it's just a tad bit more in here. So we'll just sort of put that on the top and fluff it. Do not want to waste any of this meringue. So now I've preheated my oven at 350 degrees. So I'm going to put it in the oven for 6 to 8 minutes. Okay, I think it should be ready. And it is exactly how it should look. So this will be enjoyed by our family. And I hope that you will try this chocolate custard pie. And we always like to lick the pan So my sweet husband gets to sample it.
Well, that's good.
Happy baking, everyone. It's been so enjoyable. Thank you.